I'm live. I might have to rename this one. I think I might already have a live stream called Let's Discuss, but there's some stuff I want to discuss. Tell me why I just heard that the fucking head, I literally just heard this, that the head of Fortnite is fucking suing Apple and Google, and they have removed Fortnite from the App Store. Why is this so funny to me? It's just like so hilarious that this dude is like, yeah, Apple and Google are stealing from the little guy and I need to stand up. And I'm like, sir, everything in your game you stole. Everything in your game you stole from black creatives. What? What is happening? Hi, Nicole. Hi, Jules. Hi, Michelle's daughter. Hi, Leah. John, Kayla, I see you. Hi, Alien Baby. Hi, Queen. Oh, you did? Yeah, I gotta do episode 4 next, Nicole. Hi, Alexandria. Hi, lovely me. Hi, Kimberly Frazier. We're not dragging anybody. Well, I guess I was just dragging. I was dragging the head of Fortnite. White dude. This dude has like 37 open lawsuits because he like keeps stealing people's shit for his game. And he got the nerve, he got the audacity to talk about something he's suing Apple and Google. Because Apple and Google, he's like, they're taking too much money from him. And that he's trying to represent the little guy and all this other shit. And he's like, yeah, we put so much money into our game, developing our game and coming up with creative shit for our game. And Apple and Google gets to just like come along and like charge us a fee to host us on their platform. I was like, sir, you stole those dances and shit for your game. Like, you stole that stuff. Like, Alfonso Ribeiro is suing you. Like, Blackboy JB is suing you. Like the Millie Rock dude, and like you literally are being sued by everyone because you steal everything for your game. But now you're talking about some Apple and Google are stealing from you. It's just funny. It's just like that Spider-Man meme where he's like, it's fine while I'm stealing. Y'all can't steal from me. Quarantine made me realize I need to move out again. Hi, Chris. Hi, LaKenya. Hi, Mistress Cross. I don't know if anybody plays Fortnite. It's just funny. Hi, Kai. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Kylo. Hi, Mr. Yo King, Rap Nerd. It's a nice name, Rap Nerd. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Jared. Oh, look, 2 Jareds in a row. Hi, Shem Jam. Yeah, he's suing. He's suing Apple and Google because they take 30% of the money made by all the apps on their platform. And he says that's too much, it's not fair, and that they're stealing. And he's like, oh, that him and his company, they put, this was the part that really made me laugh. He was like, they put so much money into developing their game and developing the dances and shit for their game, Fortnite. Like, they stole those games. Like, you can literally Google. It's been like so many lawsuits against them. And he really said it like so proud with his chest. Like, he gave all these interviews like, yeah, I'm fighting for the little guy. It's like, sir, you steal from black creatives. Your whole game, everything in your game was stolen. Hi, Mr. J. He should worry about being sued. Daughter, Naomi, Chris. Can't stand Fortnite, though I've never played. Middle, now high school, and the way kids argue over the BS, I was turned off. Hi, the boy in blue. 2 Millie. Yeah, I know like the Millie Rock dude is like suing him. Fucking Murray from Clueless like is suing him because he like took one of his dances that he used in Scrubs. Carlton from The Fresh Prince is suing him. He put like all these dances in there. He didn't want to pay anybody. And then this one I thought was really interesting. The Carlton dance. Alfonso Ribeiro said he was suing because he said that Fortnite was undermining his intellectual property. He was like, you know, for the last 20 years, this has been known as the Carlton dance, you know, the dance with the snaps. And he's like, you know, like I get paid money to like go places and do the dance. Now you didn't pay me any money, you didn't do anything, and now you've put this dance that I've been known for the last 20 years as my intellectual property. You've put this dance in the game. You didn't copy. The person said this too. And so now you've basically stolen my intellectual property, because now it's known as the Fortnite dance. And now you're making money off of it. And I was never all primarily Black creatives. They try to like bend over backwards to like not compensate these Black creatives and drag it out in court because they have, you know, millions of dollars, billions of dollars. They try to drag it out in court, but now they're trying to sue Apple and Google. They try to turn around and sue Apple and Google, talk about Apple and Google stealing from them. It's laughable. I just heard that, so it's like fresh in my mind, but that wasn't what I wanted to really talk about. I wanted to talk about these fucking changes they made to the Academy Awards. It's just hilarious to me to see all these white tears, to see all these white people crying about these changes they made to the Academy Awards, which aren't even like serious changes. But you know the whites love to complain. The only reason Apple took them off the App Store was because he tried to do a workaround for Apple taking their money and they got mad. Right, like this dude is a thief. Like the dude that runs Fortnite is the crook. And he's always trying to get out of paying people their money. And Apple said, fuck you. You're gone. You're out of here. I really don't give a fuck about having your little game on our platform. Like, you're not about to bully Apple. They just don't give a fuck. Like, you have billions, but they have trillions. So they just don't fucking care. And now he's trying to turn around and make it seem like he's the little guy getting shafted. Sir, no, you're not. Is he going to use the money he gets in the lawsuit to pay the folks he stole from? No, he's not. Hi, Davey. Hi, Vanity. Hi, Xavier. Fortnite dude really had the nerve to sue Google and Apple after he stole from Black Americans. It's a joke. Hi, Daniel. Yes, Paris, the Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other was literally what I thought of. Like, not to say that Apple and Google are not some crooks, because they are, but like, sir, you are also a crook. And the whole reason why you're in hot water with them was because you were trying to steal. Like, let's not leave out that part. Like, white people really be crooks. But then they be like, no, I'm the victim. Hi, Hush 420. You don't know anyone that plays Fortnite because you don't hang out with 10-year-olds. That's true. The Caucasity. Hi, Jay Mallet. Let him sue so there's more money for the Black creatives to collect when they win their suits. Hi, World Lover. Yes, Alexandra, he was like, because we spend money developing. I was like, sir, what do you mean by developing the dances for your games? Do you mean scrolling through YouTube and Instagram and TikTok? Like, is that what you mean, scrolling and just writing down notes of what you see and stealing? I don't know. What do you mean? What money is being sunk into developing, sir? Tell me. Even the premise of the game is unoriginal. Hi, Owen. Everybody's suing him. Hi, Bambusa. Hi, Savannah. Sims way better than Fortnite anyway. Hi, Gigi. Hi. I remember when Black Americans on Twitter tried to get a discussion going about Fortnite stealing, and the gamers said we were delusional and shut us down. They try to make it seem like all the people was just randomly suing Fortnite for no reason. And like, oh, a dance doesn't belong to anybody type shit. Same thing with that girl who created the Renegade. Don't they got Black Boy JB shoot dance on there too with no credit? Yeah. So the changes that they made to the Academy Awards that everybody, all these Caucasian filmmakers and actors and shit are crying over. The Academy Awards says starting in 2024, in order to be eligible for Best Picture, like Picture of the Year, which is, you know, the big award, the biggest award that you can get, they are changing the rules. Now, in order to be eligible for the Best Picture award, so there's going to be 4 criteria, and your movie has to meet at least 2 of these 4 criteria in order to be eligible for being nominated for Best Picture. So the first criteria is you have to have a quote-unquote minority lead or significant supporting actor. You have to have your main plot has to be about a underrepresented group. I'm putting this in quotes for a reason. You have to have, so that's 2. You have to have at least 30%, I believe, of your behind the scenes. So be it production, be it your crew, your writers, your director, your camera people, whoever, at least 30% of your behind the scenes people have to be minorities. And you have to give financially to like initiatives that support diversity in film. That's like the 4 new rules. Out of those 4, you have to hit 2 of them. Starting in 2024, if you want your movie to be nominated for Best Picture, you have to hit at least 2 of those criteria. So the reason why I put minority and marginalized group in quotations is because the marginalized group and the minorities is like very broad, like women in general. So like white women are considered, like white LGBTQ are considered, like it's so broad. It's so broad. Like BIPOC, women of all races, LGBT of all races, like anything that's basically not a straight white man is considered a minority. So I feel like the majority of the movies that have been nominated, they probably already meet that criteria because like it's a very broad criteria. It's just like no more all straight white men from top to bottom. Or if you really have to have your straight white man from top to bottom, you have to give money to initiatives for diversity in film. And you can still put like at least 30% of your crew. That's like 3 people. You know, like hire like 3 people, like a cameraman, a motherfucking boom, like mic person, and like 1 other person, you know, and a motherfucking caterer, bitch. Like it really doesn't matter. Like it's so broad. It's so broad. And yet the whites are really complaining. They're just like, this isn't fair. You can't tell us what kind of art to make. Blase blah. The funniest shit to me is like nobody's saying like you can still make whatever art you want to make. Like you can still make whatever you want. You can make your white straight man movies if you want. They just won't be eligible for Best Picture. And it's just so funny to see people flipping their shit because it's like, now y'all know what it's like to be some niggas. Like, you know, like we know when our movies are all black and this, that, and the third, like it means we're not going to get these awards. Fuck these awards. You guys know how I feel about awards. I hate awards, as everybody knows. I feel like they're really arbitrary, and especially in 2020, in the year of the internet, you can't objectively tell me it's the best movie or the best song or the best record. You can't objectively tell me that. Like, it's totally subjective. And I have issues, as everybody knows, with like even the idea of an award and the way that we give these like awards to especially like black artists, and it's like, oh, now your black art has some merit, like now it has some value, even though the art itself, like the project itself, does not change from one day to the next, but it's like now you have this award, so like now you're somebody. I feel uncomfortable with that. I have issues with that, which you guys know I have a whole playlist called like I Hate Award Shows where I talk about it in depth. But it's just really interesting to see people flipping out over these changes and being like, the changes are not fair. The changes are reverse racism. Like, it's just great. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It was great. It was a whole great day for me of watching people melt down. I'm chilling up. Yes, Kirstie Alley is super pressed. Why Kirstie big face mad? I was like, why is Kirstie Alley even mad? Because does she not realize that under these new rules, as a white woman, she's considered a minority, so she would actually benefit? Does she not realize? 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 Just like the whites just really, they just don't care. Like anytime they see anything that they think is some niggas possibly getting something, they throw a fit. Like, even if it's gonna benefit them too, they throw a fit. Like, no. High Gone Swimming, the complaints about the new rules proves how racist they were all along. Right. Like, they're really throwing a fit because they want their straight white man projects, damn it. And you can't tell them otherwise, bitch. Like, it's very funny to me. It's just really hilarious to me. It's funny to me. Where was I in the comments? Hi, Deb the Wise. I see you guys talking about Sims. I have never played Sims in my life. I've never played Fortnite either. Yeah, the rules are not going into effect until 2024, Nicole. Kirstie Alley's racism showing hella hard. Mind you, she's the same person that was thirsty for Jamie Foxx's joystick. Pitiful. A crook exposing a crook. Hi, Social Purgatory. I'm not really here for Google and Apple like that, but I hope they rake that dude across the coals. Who's crooked the worst, right? Like, who's the most crooked? Crooks on crooks on crooks, the boy in blue. Exactly. Hi, Sabrina. The Hypocrisy. Kirstie Alley was the same person who was pressed like a panini when Barbie became more inclusive with the doll looks, when they started making black dolls. Hi, Keep Making. Tried to play Fortnite with my young son. I didn't understand. They were mocking black folks over it. Oh, is Kirstie Alley a Trumper? I didn't know that. Is she? Well, guess I will never be watching Guess Who's Talking again. They acknowledged the white backpack kid, but no black creatives. Fortnite. Hi, Sabrina. They did the renegade girl wrong. That was really evil. They're stealing intellectual properties and creating a jigsaw of hype with shit that they didn't even come up with. Make some shit up. Be original. Hi, Acrylic Rose. The dude that makes Fortnite is suing Apple and Google. Talking about something, they take too much of a... He said that they take too large of a cut of the apps on their platform. And he said that him and his team, they sink a lot of money into creating Fortnite and creating them dances and stuff, and that they shouldn't have to pay Apple and Google 30%. That is not fair. And that Apple and Google are some crooks. Meanwhile, he stole everything in his game. It's very much the pot calling the kettle black. Hi, Miss Fortunate. As soon as I babysat 7 to 10-year-old kids, I learned about Fortnite, the skins and the dances through them. They are obsessed with it. They only play it more because of lockdown. They're pressed. Scarlett Johansson is about to take all the roles for these guidelines. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, the guidelines not even all that. Like, these white people are really tripping because they really didn't read the guidelines all the way through. And they just mad because they think this is about to benefit some niggas. So they're mad. The whites are going to find loopholes all through that shit. They don't even need to find loopholes. They really don't even need to find loopholes. They don't even need to find loopholes. The rules are so broad on what they're going to consider minorities. It's basically, it's literally like anyone not a straight white man under these rules is considered a minority. Or, again, even if you just have to have your whole movie stacked top to bottom, cast, crew, production, everything with straight white men, just donate money to some, like, initiatives. They don't want to do that. They can't even do that. They like, no, we making our MAGA movies and we're not giving money to initiatives for diversity, and you can't make us, and you still better give us that Best Picture Oscar or else we're being discriminated against. It's just, like, funny. It's very funny. So broad, it's the bare minimum. Hi, Francesca. They're just gonna hire white women. It's just like affirmative action. Why are they upset? All the movies will be about white women now. It's empty symbolism. Right, like, I really don't care about the award shows and stuff. It's just funny to see people getting so upset about it. And it's just like, please relax. I was just about to say, anybody who is not a straight white man, we fight for the change and everyone but us will benefit. It's pretty much along the lines of what Netflix generally produces. Even if they meet all those criteria, is the movie still good? Right, and I also feel like it's really funny because they're like, oh, the movies should just be based on merit. It's almost like, not almost like, it's really like we equate whiteness with stuff being good. And we equate whiteness, and especially straight white men, with stuff being good, with stuff being quality. And then as soon as, you know, you introduce something that's not a straight white man, then it becomes like the movie should just be judged on merit. It's like the introduction of something that's not a straight white man is going to, like, lower. You know, it's going to, like, lower the quality, especially if we're talking about, like, blackness and Black American culture. You know, it's like really, it's, you know, people really genuinely believe in their hearts that whiteness, white people, And especially straight white men are like the pinnacle. They truly believe that it's up here. And then like everything else is just like a step down, a step down, a step down, a step down, a step down. Hi, Justin. Yes, your production assistant, AP, all the behind the scenes folks could be minority and they'll be eligible. Hi, Domino. The funniest shit is that these are washed up celebs hollering about this issue. Right, it's like, what was the last thing you were even in and you're complaining? Shut up. There was this really interesting Twitter thread about how, despite the fact that Hollywood has data on how much money they burn by hiring these white casts in movie productions, they still do it anyway. Right, like the words are meaningless, Jules. These new rules sound like all the faux BM Black Lives Matter marketing by these big corporations lately. Right, like I really don't care about awards to start, and I'm taking these changes with a grain of salt anyway because they're so broad. But it's just really interesting to see the white people getting truly hysterical on some reverse racism shit. I ain't seen Kirsty since her last Weight Watchers commercial. Are they giving awards for those? Yes, reverse racism. They think it'll benefit niggas only. These complaints about the new rules prove how racist they were all along. That's Hit Flicks, Gone Swimming. Square Box, I'm trying to think of a movie that doesn't fit that criteria, and I can't. I don't feel like this new criteria is even gonna work. Hi, Camp Powhatan. Fits always ensue like you haven't benefited enough. Hi, Marcy. Kirstie Alley is not in her 70s. Is she? No, she's not. Kirstie Alley's not that old. Kirstie Alley was like in her 30s in the 90s. Is she that old? Am I tripping? We've only been on for like 20 minutes, Marcy. There's no sound? You guys can't hear me? Oh, it was out of sync just for a couple seconds. Oh, okay. Hi, Mo. Leaves and Branches. Hi, Ori. Dean Cain is complaining too. Kirstie Alley is a Scientologist. It's like diversity hiring on a huge level. Yeah, Kirstie Alley was in Cheers. She's not 70, is she? Dean Cain is an out and proud Trump supporter. Originality is obsolete nowadays, sad to say. I bet the only LGBT representation will be the white gay that uses African American vernacular English to be sassy. Yes, Domino, all apps have to pay that to be on the respective OS. Yes. That's why Apple and Google, and Apple has never raised their like price, I guess. Because in the lawsuit, the dude from Fortnite tried to say like, you know, they charge 30%. What's to stop them from charging 50% or 70% or 100% at a later date? And then they interviewed Tim Cook, and Tim Cook was like, it's been 30% since the App Store launched in 2007 or whenever the fuck it launched. He was like, we've literally never raised it. So like, this just seems like a baseless, like that's how much it is. Like that everybody pays the same thing. Like that's how much it is to be on our platform. He's trying to get around having to pay. Just like he tried to get around having to pay those black creatives. Like, he doesn't want to pay. Like, the dude running Fortnite, he's trying to, like, really be like, I'm, like, the Robin Hood of apps. Like, no, bitch, you a swindler. Like, you just don't want to pay. You're a fucking cheapskate. You're a thief. You're a white thief. That's it. So glad we got justice for the renegade girl because Jesus, the white girl who stole it, almost completely got away with it. I don't understand why he thinks he can sue Apple and Google. He doesn't even have to use their platform. Make your own platform then. I mean, and like, you know, I've seen somebody say they are a monopoly. Totally. Like, Apple and Google absolutely have a monopoly on like mobile apps. Like, everybody here is a fucking criminal. Like, It's just funny. It's really like the Spider-Man meme of people pointing at each other. Like everybody involved is a criminal, is a white male criminal. Like the Fortnite dudes didn't bite every black dance they could find and flip it for profit. Thank you, Lisa. The Oscar thing is performative and to make the awards ceremony appear to be inclusive. Translucents would rather the whole thing burn than give up anti-black racism. They really created arbitrary criteria. I know, and I said something about Little Women fits those characteristics. What's even the issue? Cameron Diaz, right? Like Cameron Diaz, like meets those criteria. Hi, Marcus. Did y'all hear how Mulan is flopping amongst the Asian American and foreign Asian demographic? I've heard it's not that. Excuse me. I've heard it's not that good. Which we all knew it was gonna be bad. Like it looked stunning at first, like the trailers and stuff. But as more and more shit about the plot came out, like didn't they remove the music, like it's not a musical, and they like added some totally made up white guy, like a lot of shit. I personally don't think it will be good for all developers if he wins, personally, because Apple and Google, they actually don't take money from the games that don't make money. They only take that 30% cut from the games that make, from the apps that make money. If you have an app in the App Store that's totally free, they actually do not charge you to use the platform. But since, you know, you have these apps now with these microtransactions, why should they be able to use that platform for free? Especially when they're stealing from black creatives. No, I don't think that they should just be allowed to. I don't think that any tech bros and shit should be allowed to use any platform for free when they're making money. Like, I don't. Dean Cain is half Japanese, half white, very much a Trump supporter. Hi, Shady Saint. I'm really not that interested in live action movies of cartoons. Disney was tripping when they tried charging $30 for that garbage ass Mulan movie, which I would have never paid. We equate whiteness as the default to everything. Hi, Muffin, cute. Hi, Salah, how are you? Okay, my neighbor's like playing some music. Recipe for an Oscar, poor whites in Boston. Right, Owen. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are somewhere shook. They don't know where their next Oscar is going to come from. Their next Best Picture Oscar under these rules. They don't know. Hi, Jenny. We're just chatting. This is what happens when we regard quality and whiteness as synonymous. I'd rather them make rules about how diverse the Oscar board needs to be. I think they might have changed the rules on the Oscar board as well. Because like a few years ago, they like made some pretty sweeping changes. I think it's something like if you've been on the board for a certain amount of years. Because before it was like almost like a lifetime membership type thing. So you had like 80-year-old fucking white dudes that haven't even made a movie in like 50 years that still get to like vote and shit like that. I think they like removed those rules now. Like if you haven't made a movie or, you know, like if you're not active, I think the rules changed. If you've like been in it a certain amount of time, the rules changed. They have made some changes. Wow, I didn't know that. Kirstie Alley is 69. Hi, Nova. Yeah, the lady from Look Who's Talking. I didn't realize she was that old. Wow. Hi, Chassie. In my literature class. Hi, Armand. I questioned why we only read white books. As if they're the only books worth reading. I refused to buy any more books. Then my teacher started integrating black works. I was gonna say I think she played a 30-year-old in the 90s, but was actually 40-ish. She had to have been. That's wild. Damn, Kirstie Alley is actually knocking on the door of 70. Wow. I didn't know that. Right, World Lover, had no idea. Scientology girls be acting up. Hi Corey. I've never seen Hit the Floor, but apparently whoever we're talking about is from Hit the Floor. Wow, Kirstie Alley was born in 1951. So all those movies she was in the 90s was all a sham. Wow. Wow, I feel lied to. I'm saying, Sade. A vulture trying to call out vultures is too funny, giving me 2020 energy for real. If Epic is trying to open their own game, I bet you Epic will do and this is what I'm saying. Epic will do this type of thing, sue Apple and Google and all that, try to take Apple and Google down just for them to open their own game marketplace where they charge you like 70% or something to be on there. Because like the people that run them Fortnite games are crooks. Like, they're crooks. I don't think it would be better. Hi, Kyrie. How are you? Also, they tried making their own marketplace, then asking the phone manufacturers to have it pre-installed on the phones, but Apple and Google shut it down. See, like this dude in charge of Fortnite isn't some good dude. Like, he's a piece of shit. Hi, Smiley. They need to leave my favorite Disney movie alone. Mulan looks bad and too serious. Yeah, the original trailer was amazing. Right, Sade. Talk about something. I represent the little guy while you steal from the black community. Exactly. Like, what little guy are you representing, sir? When I was listening to them talk about it on the radio, they literally described it as like $1 billion corporation, Epic, Fortnite, going up against a $1 trillion corporations. Like, sir, what little guy are you? Like, okay, yes, like you're a little guy compared to Tim Cook. Like, that's not saying much. Like, that's not saying much. What is Mulan without reflections? The whole creative team was white, and the main actress had terrible takes on the Hong Kong protests, so people were over it. Lovecraft Country reviews go up Saturdays. So the episode 4 review will be up Saturday. Hi, Lady B. We talk about the new Mulan, not the cartoon. I heard Mulan was trash. And the movie would have been free if you had Disney Plus like a month later. It makes no sense. I'm a huge Disney fan, and even I wasn't going to pay that extra $30. Yes, Alien Baby, $30. $30. Hi, Alex. They removed all the music, no Mushu, watered down story and characterization, scenes with mediocre CGI. I'll catch it for the free 99 whenever it's available for free somewhere. Hi, Diego. Hi, Vermilion Dynamo. $30 plus already paying for Disney Plus. So you got to pay twice to see the movie. Yeah, we're talking about the live action version of Mulan. The original Mulan voice actress, Ming-Na Wen, was in it. I love that. You like the casting, Deb the Wise? The movie's going to be free in 3 months anyway. I see some trolls in here by these names. Listen, trolls, you might as well leave now because this chat is heavily moderated. So you might not want to waste your little time typing. I mean, you can if you want, but you are going to be removed. I see 2 people got blocked before I even got to their comments. Y'all are just going to get ignored. Like, you're not going to get no rises out of people up in here. $30 for that movie, child. Bye. Only Mulan acknowledges the animated one, period. I'm I'm tired of these live action remakes. Hi, Mel. Oh man, I'm gonna have to see Tenet. I'm trying to figure out how am I gonna see Tenet, because I want to see Tenet on the big screen. So I'm gonna have to cross some state lines to go see it, which ain't no thing. I just don't like how these live action remakes have this undercurrent of people think they're better just because they're live action. Animation doesn't get the respect it deserves here in the US, and it's BS. You feel that's how you feel, Acrylic Rose? This is me personally. I haven't seen that at all. I've mostly seen people feeling like the cartoons are classics that don't need to be remade. And it seems like even though the remakes are making a ton of money, which is all Disney cares about, it seems like the reactions to them has been really mixed and polarizing. I haven't seen not a single one of these live actions that anybody says is better than the cartoon. I have not seen anyone say that about literally none of them that have came out. It was all a sham, Ori. Just anti-aging cream and lies. No one young knows who Kirstie Alley is. I work with a 21-year-old and he never even heard of Cheers. I enjoyed her in Look Who's Talking and It Takes Two, but fuck her. That was my first thought, was Look Who's Talking, with the fucking talking babies. Bruce Willis and fucking John Travolta. Hush 420, you must not really follow me closely. Have you looked at my community tab recently? Of course he's not a good dude. He's white. They only make live action movies for money. It's garbage. Her stance matches the movie title. Look Who's Talking. Hi, beloved Nikki. I'm still debating if I'm gonna risk my health for Tenet, but I'm definitely gonna do it for Dune this winter. That trailer was amazing. I'm so not into Dune. Like, Dune, just to me, Dune is just like another sort of standard white, whatever, sci-fi, whatever. You know, like Ender's Game, Dune. I do like Blade Runner, but I don't know. I just feel like all that stuff is in the same family of the genre, and it's not interesting to me anymore, I guess. Hi, Ashley. I don't have $30 to spare for a damn movie. How does that dude say he's representing the little guy? They split her. In Mulan, they split her love interest into two characters, and one of them is white, right? Which, for what? And now Mulan has magic powers. Girl, what? Hi, Adrian. Mulan looked like trash. That live action Beauty and the Beast was trash. They could have kept that to themselves. The animation is way better. How you want me to pay $30 for an in-home experience? Paying $30 for some stuff that I'm not even getting a movie theater experience is absurd to me. I won't even see it for free. No Tenet spoilers. I am gonna watch Tenet, so please don't talk about Tenet. Thanks. The live Cinderella was a snooze fest. No Tenet spoilers. Seriously. Hi, Mar. We talked about Fortnite suing Google and Apple. We talked about the Caucasians losing their shit over the new Academy rules. Mar, that's it. And now we're talking about live action versus cartoon movies. There was already a live action Chinese version of Mulan, so there was no need. I mostly wanted to talk about these fucking Academy Award changes because this shit's hilarious to me. The only live action I like is Alice in Wonderland. No Tenet spoilers. No Tenet spoilers. All them live action versions of the films are trash, to be fair. Most remakes are forgettable, just a waste of money. Everything is nostalgia. The song Reflection was a big part of Mulan describing herself and how the male-dominated society tries to see her and how she sees herself. Kill the stigma that animation is just for kids. Might do drive-in for Tenet. Emma Watson looked bored throughout the entire Beauty and the Beast film. I think people try to make Emma Watson out like she's a better actress than she actually is. Mulan is trash. Right, I haven't heard anyone say that they thought the live action was better than the cartoon. I haven't heard anyone say that. I haven't heard that opinion at all. I can really hear my neighbor's music. I'm trying to figure out what they're listening to. They listen to some smooth jazz or something. I'm excited for the Little Mermaid live action, but that's because a black girl has been cast for Ariel. Can you guys hear it? I don't know if y'all can hear that. The Little Mermaid is still being made with Halle. It's just on hold right now because of COVID. I see you guys. Disney remakes their movies to hold on to and extend the intellectual property rights. Ah! Why you got one nurse removed, Kyrie? Sending all the strength and love your way, darling. Kyrie. Was she white? The Aladdin remake made me so upset. Literally one of my favorite movies mess with. I watched it on, I think I watched it on Disney Plus or something. I would have never paid money to go see that. It looked garbage. Like, they're remaking cartoons, but like it's almost like they're remaking them in a way that's like problematic. It's really weird. Like, why was everybody not Will Smith in Aladdin like white passing? Why did everybody look white? It's weird. Why do we now have white characters in Mulan? Like, I just don't understand. It's weird. I didn't even see the second Maleficent. I did see the first one. I liked Ender's Game. That series was my childhood. You feel the same way about Dune, Mar? Dune is giving Oscar bait to me personally. I didn't watch the trailer, so I don't know. I think the whole thing with Mulan is it's supposed to be closer to like those Chinese action films that you see with fighting and magic based in the past. Like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon type shit. I feel like the industry, okay, sorry, acrylic rose. I feel like the industry treats live action as a better form of storytelling. Oh, I see. Dune is a snooze fest. I love Blade Runner. Dune looks dry, but I want to watch. I'm low-key excited for Dune. I started the book series last year. Dune has Timothy in it, the white boy of the moment. So yeah, I don't even know who the child is. Timothy Chalamet or however the fuck. Timothy Valet. I don't know. The Beauty and the Beast is weird. Right, exactly, Vanity. I thought doing Beauty and the Beast live action was really weird. I was like, nobody else is getting bestiality from this. Like, maybe this one didn't need to be live action. The Beauty and the Beast is weird as fuck with a woman and a beast. It's a whole different vibe. Live, very much giving me woman having sex with an animal. You know, the Caucasians love that type of thing, but that's not what I want to see. No, I mean, I'm working on a movie now, Hush 420. I'm actually doing a residency right now. So I was wondering if you saw that. Because I posted about it in the community tab. No spoilers for anything that just came out. No spoilers, no spoilers. Hi, Gary. Thank you, Jalen. Yes, I want to see Tenet too, so please don't ruin it. uh, Somebody said Antebellum with Janelle Monáe. I thought it. What did I think? I thought it came out. I thought it was like a straight to streaming thing. I'm not watching no new movie on streaming, so I haven't really been paying attention to like what came out. Emma Watson is bland, and a troublesome white. She's definitely problematic. Live actions are ridiculously hard to do efficiently. Oh no, that says effectively. It's a whole different medium. These remakes make a lot of money, even though they get heavily criticized. I think it's because they're not making them to be good movies. It's kind of interesting because nowadays, so this is how I feel about a lot of these live action Disney remakes. I feel like with the cartoons, you had cartoons that were extremely well done, great story, great plot, great characters, great character development, great music, great songs, everything, right? Really critically acclaimed movies that also made a lot of money. Now it seems like filmmaking overall, and not even just cartoon versus live action, but it seems like filmmaking overall has trended towards either critically acclaimed or making a lot of money. It seems like the movies that make a lot of money are designed to not really be good movies. They're designed to be like just good enough, you know, like, which I've said this before in some of the criticism that I've made about the MCU movies. When you're trying to make a family friendly movie for everyone, something that you could take the whole family to see, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, mama, daddy, little kid, brother, sister, niece, nephew, friends, cousins, it's bland. Like, it's you know, like, you can't make something for everybody without it being bland, in my opinion, because like it has to be something that works for like just too many different types of people. So those type of movies are gonna make a ton of money because like they're for everyone, but like they suck. So I kind of feel like that's the way that things go nowadays. They make a lot of money, but they get heavily criticized because like they're not for the people that are trying to actually see a good movie. They're just for the people that are trying to have a good time and be entertained. Like when we were talking about movie prices, I were like, yeah, some of us spend a ton of money on movies because we go with the whole family. You know, it's not, you're not going to see a movie again to like deeply analyze the movie and the plot and see if it's great and all these things. You know, I feel like your average moviegoer is just like going just to have something to do or just for the movie experience. So they don't really care if the movie's good. That's not how I go to the movies. But I kind of feel like that's the way our movie going habits have evolved. Thanks to Marvel, I really do blame Marvel though. Like, seriously. Because it's what? When did that first movie come out? 2007? When did that first Iron Man came out? So it's been like over 10 years of them really shaping the taste of the general public. It's been unfortunate. Yeah, we're not paying $30 over here. Totally agree. Emma Watson went to Brown University. She should just be an academic and stop acting. She's not that good, not even in Harry Potter. What was the last, y'all talk about Emma Roberts. What was the last thing Emma Roberts was in? Could y'all hear them? They're listening to Kenny G, smooth jazz. Oh my God, why can I not escape the snake jazz, Marcy? Oh, Vanity said she could hear it. Yes, I could hear it. Queen, I can't hear it. Kimberly, I hear it very faintly. The neighbor, right? The neighbor's getting down. I was just like, what the hell? I could hear it if I listen closely. Hi, Chris. I need to get Chloe or have on Euphoria ASAP. I like Emma Watson, but I don't think I could give her a lot of acting credit. Hallie was in England starting production on The Little Mermaid. Then COVID happened. She had to come back home. They start back up in December, I think. I can't hear it either, but smooth jazz slaps. Y'all are hilarious. I know I'm not the only one who thought Chloe and Hallie were twins for the longest. Chloe's older, right? I also am curious about Hercules live action, but that's smooth, always live, didn't cut her hair. That is a huge stigma through the Chinese culture about long hair being feminine. That moment alone was a huge message, but it was left out. Wait, they didn't cut her hair? Oh, nah. Hi, Peachy Bun. I think I'm the only one that liked the Aladdin live. I liked Will Smith. I thought he was great as the genie. That's about it. Aladdin's casting was terrible. Jasmine wasn't even the right kind of Middle Eastern. And it's like you have a whole Bollywood. Like you literally have a whole, even though they love, you know, fair skin and white skinned people in Bollywood as well. For obvious reasons, colorism is a big deal there as well. But at the same time, like you have a whole, like, it was just too much. To be fair, exactly. To be fair, they're catering to that market. Bleaching is very prevalent there. Oh, yeah, she had to go. Kyrie, she's white, wasn't on time with my pain medication, so she's out. Now it seems I'll have to do it again tonight with a new young white lady. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to throw some fits. Throw some fits. Yep. Folks still think Chloe and Halle are twins. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was amazing. I love that movie. They probably wouldn't mind them looking as white as possible, offensive to Americans, but not necessarily Indians. Disney has butchered the live-action Lion King and Aladdin, my first and second favorite 2D animated movies ever. They can't hurt me anymore. They've already done their worst. Disney was also in charge of Star Wars, too. I feel like Ori just, like, put the Disney stuff away and was just like, I can't trust you anymore. These live-action Disney movies lack any and all of the spark and charm that the originals had. I'm just saying, y'all keep saying this dude's name and I just keep thinking valet. Chalamet? Okay. Didn't see Call Me By Your Name. Didn't watch it. You're not missing out. Timothy is a very mediocre actor. Didn't Ender's Game wasn't the kid in Ender's Game also the little it boy for a while? The dude from what's the fucking movie with the kids and Miss Peregrine? Wasn't he in Ender's Game? He was a little it boy for a while too. And the little girl from that other movie, and she was like a little it girl for a while, and then she went away too. I know I'm saying nothing. I'm not really giving you anything to go off of. Yes, Beauty and the Beast live action freaked me out. Paul Mooney talked about how they always show white women with animals. Nasty. Hi, Gary. Oh my God, Chassie, you watched Splice. We said don't watch it. It's Timothy Charmander as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, right? I thought it did. Davy Antebellum. I thought it came out. Didn't they remake Charlie's Angels and it flopped? Yeah, they used Jasmine from Aladdin in it and it flopped. And then they tried to say it flopped because, oh, the public isn't ready for an action movie with 3 women leads. Like as if the original fucking Charlie's Angels didn't fucking break records and make like hundreds of millions of dollars. It makes no sense, the shit that some of these people say. Remakes, nostalgia, and laziness is what film is doing these days. The movies are very cookie cutter, popcorn movies. Hollywood is lazy as hell, all about the cash grab with remakes and reimaginings, now adaptations. They're trying to reach too many demographics at the same time, no original content. I feel like people are trying to do more with making the remakes to look as realistic as possible, rather than seriously considering what it was in the character's story that made the animation special. That's a great comment from Million Dynamo. I agree. What did Martin Scorsese call them? Amusement parks. That's exactly what he called them. And people lost their shit. Talk about some Martin Scorsese is an elitist and he's out of touch. And, you know, like those Marvel movies are the great movies of our fucking, you know, generation and shit and all this shit. Shut up. Like, shut up. Joker was the exception to this, was really good, and did a Billy. And it eats them up inside that it was a DC movie, too. In the 80s, they pulled off excellent family films like Goonies and Back to the Future, stuff like that. Annihilation is my favorite sci-fi film, and the studio pretty much gave up on it for being too intellectual. Went straight to Netflix in some countries. Annihilation was pretty weird and interesting. Right, Sim. I read that they blame men for Charlie's Angels flopping. Like, the fuck? Maybe because the movie just wasn't good. Iron Man was 2008. Okay, I said 2007. In 2008, OMG, I feel old now. Hi, Jade. Oh, Emma Roberts was in Little Woman, American Horror Story. American Horror Story. Okay, well, no. Haven't seen any of them. I don't want any more remakes. I will riot in the streets. Snake Jazz. Emma Roberts was in that weird human hunting movie. Emma Roberts got one singular role that she plays, but whatever. She was on the trash show Unfabulous. I have literally not seen a single project that this girl has ever been in. Emma, this is like white gossip. Emma Roberts pregnant. She's pregnant? Why did I think she was young? I know nothing. Emma Roberts pregnant with that one guy's baby too. Garrett Hedlund or whatever. Snake Jazz. Emma Roberts has always been a TV star. I remember Unfabulous. They tried to push that show because Jamie Lynn Spears got pregnant and Zoe 101 got canceled. Wow, so she's been around for a while. Because that Jamie Spears thing happened a long time ago. I mean, not that long ago, but yeah, she's Julia Roberts' niece. A whole Bollywood industry. Will Smith did his thing as a genie. There's like 50 live action versions of Hercules. I think they could leave it alone. I was just watching the one with The Rock. It was just on TV. Let's see. There's only 2 things I want remade. You want The Truman Show as a series. That's really interesting, Savannah. So do you want it to be like every episode is like an episode of the show with his life? And then like we see his like escape like through the concept of the show? Chloe and Halle don't look alike to me. I can tell they're sisters, but they have different features. Same. I never thought they were twins either, Domino. I feel like... Now, I used to get them mixed up. I used to call both of them Chloe and Halle because I didn't know which one was which in terms of their names. But Chloe, to me, definitely looks older. And I don't really feel like their faces look similar. But they could have been fraternal twins. I used to babysit these little girls that were fraternal twins that literally looked nothing alike. They didn't even look like sisters. They looked nothing alike at all. It was so weird, actually. Chloe and Halle look so different to me. I don't know how anyone could confuse them as twins. Apparently Emma was also abusive to her boyfriend. That's his name, Asa Butterfield, Alien Baby. That's his name, Ender's Game. He was he in Miss Peregrine, or am I thinking of somebody else? Emma Roberts passed on Harley Quinn. Didn't Scream Queens end up getting canceled after like 2 seasons? She dropped the ball. I can't even imagine anybody except Margot. What was he last in, Ender? Jules? He almost got Spider-Man. That would have been a huge mistake. Oh, he almost got Spider-Man over Tom Holland? Yes, Peregrine, yes. How do you pronounce his name? Is it Asia? Is it Asa? Butterfield. He was in Miss Peregrine School for Peculiar Children with my boy Sam Jack. Yeah, I like that movie. I could never remember exactly what it's called. I just be like, the one with Miss Peregrine. Hi, Tiara. Suicide Squad was a hit. Suicide Squad was a hit. I really wish people would stop saying Suicide Squad was not a hit. Suicide Squad was a hit. It made like $700 million. It was like one. It was like in the. I feel like it was like in the top three. It was like one of the top earners of that year, 2016. Like Suicide Squad was a hit. That's why they're getting ready to make another one. The Suicide Squad. Like, and Birds of Prey takes place in that universe too. Like Suicide Squad actually did really well. Like it's so weird the way that like the public perception and the public narrative of Suicide Squad, which also won an Academy Award. It's so weird the way that the public perception of Suicide Squad is versus like the numbers and like the actuality and like the reality of the movie. It's so weird. Like it's really weird. It's really weird. Charlie's Angels flopped because nobody was asking for that remake and the cast was bland. And the cast of Suicide Squad was fantastic. Like the cast was really good. Emma Roberts would have been weird. The reason they remade Charlie's Angels is because the first movies were so popular. Right, like it was a remake nostalgia thing. Like they thought that it was gonna be poppin' and then it flopped and then they had some bullshit ass reason. Are we dragging that Elizabeth Banks Charlie's Angels movie? Yes, we are. People need to decide who their audience is going to be for a particular movie and do their best to make a quality project. Charlie's Angels flopped because the script was bad, the plot was tired, and Kristen Stewart has the charm of a paper bag. Elizabeth was big crying about Charlie's Angels too. Even the soundtrack track was bad. Charlie's Angels, but make it feminist. Like, bitch, have you seen the original? Have you seen the original? I'm so embarrassed for people who think Marvel movies are the best of this generation. Owen, set it off, but make it feminist. Men didn't go see Charlie's Angels. Yeah, well, neither did women, apparently. How you feel? The mentioning of Unfabulous just triggered me. I've never even heard of that show. Thor Ragnarok was when I was 100% done with Marvel. That movie pissed me off so much with the way they treated the Ragnarok story as a joke. I really didn't like that movie at all. I really hated Thor Ragnarok. And I felt some type of way that, like, I like Thor. And I really loved the first Thor. And the second Thor was not good. But I was excited that they were making another Thor movie because like some time had passed and it had Jeff Goldblum in it and I really wanted to see it. I felt some type of way that when I saw it, I didn't know what was going on because like, you know, like the movie like tied in heavily, obviously, because it's an interconnected universe, but the movie tied in heavily to like other movies that I hadn't seen because I tapped out of the MCU after the Avengers because I felt so strongly. I was just like, fuck this. Like, I'm not watching any more movies. But I've seen the first two Thor movies. So why is it that I'm walking into the third Thor movie? I've seen the first two. It's not like I missed any of them. And I don't know where they are. I don't know what planet they're on. I don't know why the Hulk is there. I don't know what the fuck's happening. Like, you know, like all this shit, like all this backstory. I just don't like that. Like, I understand that it's supposed to be an interconnected universe, but I feel like the way that they do it is like they fucking hold you hostage. Like, they hold you at gunpoint. So you have to watch all 17 of these movies. If I want to go see a fucking Thor movie, it should be able to like whole I understand having like Easter eggs and like interconnected universes and like plot and things like that, but I do also think that it should be able to like stand on its own as a movie in the Thor canon or whatever without me having to fucking spend money or time to watch 100 other movies. Like, why is Disney trying to like hold me hostage? Well, they're trying to hold me hostage because they want me to pay money to see every single one of these movies. But I don't like that. And that just like turned me off. Like, if they make any more Thor movies, I'm not going to watch them. And that would have been the one thing they probably could have got me to continue spending my money to go see. But no, even though I know all those movies are done now, but no, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I feel like that's whack. It's not fair. They've made a bunch of Hercules movies. Not the cartoon Disney, but just Hercules in general, because you know Hercules is like his own figure outside of Disney. People that didn't follow them think they are twins because of Grownish. Oh, they're twins on Grownish? I have fraternal twin cousins and they look nothing alike. Genes are a guess. Long before Grownish, some folk really did think they were twins. The Space Between Us did not see. That's like one of them I'm Dying movies, right? Asa is his name? Asa? Asa Butterfield. Is he like a spicy white? Is this some type of name? Y'all are mixing up Emma Stone and Emma Roberts. We got Emma Stone, Emma Roberts, and Emma Watson all confused. Emma Stone was in La La Land. Emma Roberts and Emma Watson were not in La La Land. Emma Watson is Hermione in Harry Potter. Emma Stone is La La Land. Emma Roberts is Julia Roberts' niece that was in all these TV shows that y'all just named that I've never watched. Suicide Squad wasn't bad, especially that soundtrack. Every song was top 10. Yes, like Suicide Squad was like a huge fucking hit. Like it is really weird that it has this like reputation for like not being a hit or being a flop. It was like one of the top earners of 2016. It's really weird. Suicide Squad game coming out too. Birds of Prey was the last movie I saw in the movie theater before lockdown, and I loved it. I wanted to see it again, but I like missed my opportunity. I reviewed it on the channel. Suicide Squad was a good movie. Suicide Squad did have a banging soundtrack. It's DC as a whole, to be honest. People just hate it. Suicide Squad was a hit. It was like the cast was really good. It was really funny. I love Suicide Squad. I've seen it a million times. Everybody knows I love Suicide Squad. Like my old Twitter handle used to be like Academy Award winning Suicide Squad. That was literally my Twitter handle. I really like Suicide Squad. People will run with certain narratives about movies just because they heard it from someone else. It's weird. Suicide Squad was good in my opinion. Recently watched Suicide Squad and John Wick. I love those movies. Fuck out of here with these Emmas. They all got confused. It's the critics' perception only. Too. Most people love Suicide Squad when you talk to them about it in real life. Emma Stone was in La La Land and The Amazing Spider-Man. Emma Watson was Hermione, and Emma Roberts is an American Horror Story. Hi, Kakashi Cowboy. Hollywood loves their new mediocre young white fave for the moment, but they never last forever. They get their ball Oscar, then leave. Look at Jennifer Lawrence. Rick Ross was on the Suicide Squad soundtrack, and y'all saying it's a flop. Owen, they really did say that about Charmed. Charmed, but make it feminist. We're doing Charmed with a feminist twist. They really tried to throw the original Charmed up under the bus, like as if Charmed wasn't feminist. That shit was really wild. Like, it's really weird. Like, people really have never seen the originals and then they just talk out of their assholes about them. I don't like that. Like, the original Charm was, like, really feminine. Like, the whole point. Especially, like, Prue's character. Like, really to the max. People reading reviews and internalizing it as their own opinion. The Emmas are so basic, you really can't tell them apart. I still don't like all the choices in DC, but overall, they're definitely worthy. Suicide Squad was so fun, and I rewatched Man of Steel and changed my mind. I like it a lot better now. Man of Steel is a great fucking movie. Great movie. Like, amazing movie, personally. Personally, I feel like Man of Steel is the best Superman movie ever made. Fight me. And Suicide Squad was extremely fun and silly. I still haven't forgotten how Lana got in her feelings about her song not doing as well as Independent Women by Destiny's Child. I made a whole spreadsheet of the DCEU movie box office intake because I got sick of people lying. Really, Vermilion Dynamo? Can you send me that? Send me that on Instagram. Because people really try to say the movie's flop. And then you'd be like, no, the movie did really good. And then they'd be like, oh, I didn't know that. What? Like... You didn't know Sweetie was biracial? She talks all the time about her mama being a Filipino queen and this, that, and the third. Every other word out of her mouth is something about how her mom is Filipino. Designing women, but make it feminist. Marvel movies are so bland and cookie cutter, nothing sets them apart. Rihanna is Harley Quinn. I would like to see it. Emma Stone, Emma Roberts, Emma Watson, any white woman named Emma. What's her name? Is also named Emma. Professor Trelawney is also named Emma in real life. British actress. Marvel movies in hindsight are mostly bad as well. Not in hindsight. In regular sight, the movie's been fucking shit. The only one that's any good is Iron Man and Black Panther. And Thor. I like the first Thor, but I know the first Thor is like polarizing for people. Girlfriends, but make it feminist. I wanted Brittany Murphy as Harley, but I never got to see my vision. The main issue with with Ragnarok was that it was 2 movies in one, Thor Ragnarok and Planet Hulk. And they just completely got rid of the Planet Hulk storyline. We did not need the Hulk. It could have been solely for Thor in the next stage in his character development. Everything goes back to money. Right, like I'm just not watching 17 Marvel movies. Like I'm just not. Kate Blanchett was brilliant. I didn't mind Valkyrie, but since we spent too much time with Hulk and on Planet Hulk, folks weren't developed as well as they could have been. It should be able to stand alone. I watched Thor Ragnarok and was kind of lost. I like Thor Ragnarok the best out of the 3, but it didn't know whether it wanted to be Lord of the Rings or the Fifth Element. It just wanted to have a lot of stuff you could buy. Oh, the new young nurse got it together. Oh, man. Yeah, get your rest, Kyrie. I was just thinking that if they did live action Disney Hercules, it would be the 50th Hercules movie overall. We don't need it. There is a 4th Thor in the schedule, Thor Love and Thunder. Yeah, and I won't be watching it. I keep thinking this boy's name is Asa. Asa? Why? That's the beautiful thing about the DCEU. You can tell the movies are in the same universe, but they all have their own identity. Hi, Olivia. Yeah, you know, the I'm Dying movies. I'm just saying. Not the I'm Dying movies. They really romanticize cancer and terminal illnesses. I blame John Green. Marvel will do everything besides give us movies for the characters we actually want. It was one of the I'm Dying movies. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, it was buffering. I was buffering. Sorry. I know I was behind. Oh, and then it came back. Okay. Nah, I didn't get a call. Every day I'm buffering. This is exactly how I feel. I haven't even seen the final season of Daredevil because I'd have to watch Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and that little Avengers series that I can't remember the name of. Yeah, like, no, why? And I'm definitely never watching Jessica Jones. Never. Or Iron Fist. Ever. Never. I still haven't even ever seen Luke Cage to this day. I could not get over the ending of the first season of Daredevil. Like, Karen really needs to go rot in hell. And it sucks because I really like that actress because she played Jessica on True Blood. I feel like I'll never be able to look at her face in anything ever again because I'll just be like, Karen, you fucking bitch. You got Ben fucking killed. You fucking bitch. And then you try to like really fucking sneak in and steal this man's life. And they really tried to set it up like as if it was some type of white girl empowerment shit, that she fucking killed this black dude and took his job and took everything. And now she gets to be empowered and be a reporter and write for the paper and all this shit. I was like, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Y'all remember after Suicide Squad came out, and then the next Halloween they terrorized us with 200K Harley costumes. Suicide Squad was like low-key the biggest movie of that year, 2016. Like, Suicide Squad, Harley, like, ran for as bad as people try to talk about it. All those Harley costumes, all those Jared Leto Joker costumes, like, the impact on popular culture, like, Suicide Squad had this, like, huge fucking impact. It's very strange the way that people talk about that movie. It's like really outside of reality and like what actually happened. It's really weird. It's really like a weird thing. Nikki gave us the best Harley Quinn costume. I remember Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert dressed up as Harley and Joker too. Like everybody. Enchantress was whack as the villain, but that's because she wasn't supposed to be the original villain. The original villain of Suicide Squad was supposed to be the Joker, but it like the original cut of the movie didn't test well with audiences because the audiences, they didn't like the domestic abuse and stuff of like Joker like slapping Harley around and stuff, which is like true to the comics. People didn't want to see that. So they ended up like cutting all of the Joker stuff out and making Enchantress the villain because Enchantress is mostly CGI. So they just like cobbled that whole story together and they just like made all that stuff up, you know, on the computer. Like that whole ending, that's not how it was supposed to go. And I know there's a motherfucking Ayer cut somewhere. I know David Ayer has a cut of the shit somewhere. And now I'm getting my Snyder cut on HBO Max. I know I better get my Ayer cut of Suicide Squad eventually. Because I know that shit is somewhere. There was like so many scenes that we never even saw. Like mad scenes that we never saw. Like the scene of the Joker slapping the shit out of her, which I seen them fucking film. I saw the behind the scenes of them filming it. Harley wearing a wedding dress. Where is the scene, David? Where's the scene? It's all right, though. We're going to get it. The Suicide Squad soundtrack was on a whole another level. It was so good. Man of Steel was great. I will find him. I will find your son. I said Man of Steel was the best. Maybe I said the wrong thing. I meant to say Superman. Did I not say Superman? Because I was thinking Superman. Did I not say that? Did I say superhero? Man of Steel is the best Superman movie ever made. I might have said superhero. I can't really remember. Superman. Man of Steel was the best Superman movie ever made. There was just a DC hate train. Everything that came out, people talk shit about. People acted like Man of Steel ate their firstborn child. It had like a 2% fucking rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And you know, people think that type of shit is like funny. Like, we gonna like downvote, you know, troll the shit. And it's so bad. Like, right. Sweetie is I barely pay attention to the new rap girls. Y'all really didn't know Sweetie was mixed? She's always talking about her mom being Filipino. And I don't even follow Sweetie. And I know this. Sweetie talks about being Blasian 24/7, just like every other Blasian girl. Right, like do y'all actually listen to her music? She talks about being Filipino all the time. Thor... Man of Steel told a good story. I don't see all the badness of it. It wasn't bad. People were just mad because Henry Cavill isn't Christopher Reeves. That was the problem. That was the issue. That was the whole problem. I don't know about Sweetie at all. Last I heard of her was when she danced with Beyonce and people were confused how she got there. She has connections. But she claims she does stuff herself. Her father's side of the family, the black side, is like entertainment royalty. Like her grandfather was in the NFL, and I think like her father was like also somebody, and like her cousin is Gabrielle Union, and like her other cousin is somebody else. Like her black side of the family is like all famous people, which is how she's getting put on. Sweetie. Even though she seems like she has a perfectly fine personality, but like she can't rap for shit. She keeps getting all these chances. Asa, not Asa. I keep wanting to say Asa. Asa Butterfield is only 23. He was everywhere as a child. Sweetie can't rap. Connection, sampling, and looking non-black as possible is why she is where she's at. What's wrong with Jessica Jones? Everything. Everything's wrong with Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is just the same as Karen from Daredevil. It's all about a white woman fucking up on all the people around her, and all the people around her predominantly fucking black and other POC having to fucking take the fall for all the fucked up shit that she's doing. But since she's a white woman, it's feminist or something. That's the fucking problem with Jessica Jones. And then they put Karen, fucking Karen. And it's fucking even funnier now that the bitch name is Karen. And then they put fucking Karen on Punisher Defender, spared her life in season 3 when her comic's accurate death was about to happen. Right, like the bitch didn't even get strung out on drugs and become a fucking hooker crackhead like she's supposed to. Like, fuck her. Harley was the cosplay that year, 2016. So many Harleys at the cons I went to. Like, the Suicide Squad impact was felt. Like, that movie made a ton of money. And it was so impactful. And people really like to pretend that it wasn't. Hi, Real Trini. Nikki is Harley. She looked better than Margot. They marketed Suicide Squad well. Stepping on other people's neck and calling it empowerment sounds like white feminism to me. Exactly, Jim Portal. Like that, and that's the problem I have with Jessica Jones. Like, yes, it's terrible that Jessica Jones was like raped and like being controlled, but that doesn't mean that she gets to, and it's like repeatedly, like I've seen some of it. It's like repeatedly she does things that like impact, especially like the black people around her. And she just like, and it's just like, well, you know, she's a woman, so it's fine. No. Joker used to beat Harley's ass in the animated series. Structurally, Suicide Squad was a mess, but the outcome was still a good time. Dave is gonna pay what you owe, Santa. Joker kicked Harley out the window. The original scene where Harley falls out of the helicopter in Suicide Squad was supposed to be a nod to the scene where Joker kicked Harley out the window. In the original cut, Joker kicks her and pushes her out of the helicopter. She doesn't like fall or whatever. He like pushes her out. The whole movie was supposed to be totally different of Suicide Squad. I find it very disturbing how people talk about Suicide Squad. Yeah, it was butchered. It was butchered by WB. Yeah, Man of Steel was the best Superman movie ever made. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Man of Steel is one of my 2 favorite movies of all time, and it's not number 2. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Popcorn. Who the hell didn't know Sweetie was mixed? The DC hate train and the Zack Snyder hate definitely started with Man of Steel. I saw Man of Steel in the theater and was mesmerized. Amy Adams is my favorite white as well. She is. She's my favorite Lois Lane as well. And people were like, Amy, and there was just like a lot of complaints that had nothing to do with the movie. That was my beef with how people talk so bad about Man of Steel. Like for example, one of the complaints was people didn't like Lois Lane because they felt like she was too old, you know? Like, oh, she's too old, especially compared to Henry Cavill. What? Excuse me? Like, what? They didn't understand Snyder's vision. They didn't at all. They didn't get the vision at all. Her uncle's MC Hammer, Sweetie. She, like, every single member of the black side of her family is like somebody. That kind of explains how she's in the industry. She got them connections. She should just model. Her cousin is a huge music producer too. Oh yeah, one of her cousins is Beethoven. Like one of her black cousins is Beethoven. Like one of her cousins is MC Hammer. And like her father and her grandfather played in the NFL. And like one of her other cousins is Gabrielle Union. Like her black side of the family knows everybody. Like her regular side is like the Filipino side. Her mom is Filipino. Her dad is black from California. She said she didn't use her industry connections, but who knows? Bye. Yes, she did. Sweetie doing interviews saying she refuses help from family, doesn't participate in nepotism. She's full of shit. Bye. Even if she feels like she doesn't, she definitely does, because Gabrielle Union has like posted about her several times. Like posted about her on Instagram, like posted her songs, you know, stuff like that. So you're still benefiting from it because like your family members are like that are famous are posting your stuff. Even if you feel like you're working hard or whatever, but you're still benefiting from it. Man of Steel really spoke to me, not only as a Superman fan, a superhero movie fan, and as a person who sometimes feels like an outsider. Yeah, I felt like Man of Steel, number one, I felt like Henry Cavill is the best Superman I've ever seen, personally. I felt like he really struck the notes of Superman. He's big, he's huge, he's brolic, he's like strong, he's like flying, he's like doing all this stuff. But also Clark Kent, who's like shy, farm boy, unsure of himself, insecure, you know, sweet. Like Henry Cavill just like really had the range to, he really inhabited that role for me. I loved Amy Adams as this like very smart Lois Lane, you know, because she's supposed to be a motherfucking Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. Like, of course she would like track him down. I thought it was so smart and I just loved it. And people were just like, he's not smiling enough. Amy Adams is too old. Like, what are these complaints? What are these complaints? Waiting for a Sweetie song that doesn't ape a better song's instrumental. Jessica Jones ain't even that big of a deal in the comics. Hi, absurd. Why people really ruin their own name, Karen. Fun fact, in the comics, Jessica Jones was never actually assaulted. The comics was actually much better. Okay, so Sweetie got connections. And didn't she say she felt like she wanted to do everything herself? Don't quote me, but girl, how can you say that? Your connections can cover a Pac-Man map. Yeah. Let me see. I forgot she sampled the Kaya record too. Does she have any hit that's not a sample? No, she literally doesn't, Jules. She literally doesn't. All of her hits are sampling, and it's not subtle sampling either. You know the song, the year it came out, and where you were type of sampling. Yes, I saw Men of Steel twice in theaters. She did not look too old to me, not opposite him either. Men of Steel was more, and like other stuff too, like, you know, like, how are they gonna have sex? He's Superman, isn't he gonna crush her? Like, are you also asking this stuff about like the comics? Like, just weird complaints. Yeah, Sweetie's related to Beethoven too. Yup. Remember when people were, right, like they were mad that Superman couldn't save anyone. They were mad like that he killed Zod. Like they were just mad. It was just really weird. I'm tired of this hell dimension. People somehow want a Lois Lane who looks 22 years old. Right, they wanted some young girl. Like they wanted some young girl playing opposite Henry Cavill. They felt some type of way that they actually got like an established, older, I don't think Amy Adams is older, but whatever, woman. It was, all of the complaints seemed weird to me. It's a great fucking movie. It's a great, like I would say it's great. It's great. See, I knew it. Sweetie claims she doesn't use her connections. Liar, liar, pants on fire. You can't not use connections. You know and understand more by osmosis. That's why she be having all these sample beats. She totally got on because of her family. I wish people didn't lie. They just want the street cred. But I honestly don't think it would have made people like her less. Yeah, Henry fit the part. I like Henry as Superman and Geralt. I like The Witcher too. Toss a coin to your Witcher. Something, something. I feel like she purposely doesn't post her Asian mother anymore or that side of her family anymore because she's marketing herself to Black Americans. Henry seems like Clark in real life. Amy Adams played a brilliant Lois. The comments on YouTube are nothing but outrage about those scenes in Superman. I had no idea Sweetie was related to Zaytoven. Yep. Hi, Joanne. Lois is supposed to be smart and adventurous. Give Amy Adams a wig. Sweetie has no lyrical ability, so she better ride those 90s samples and nostalgia wave forever. Yes, they had great chemistry too, Henry Cavill and Lois Lane. I liked it. Very good with making Superman a relatable everyman with superhuman strength. I liked it. And that's supposed to be the whole point of Superman. Like, you know, like, even when he's fighting with Zod, and Zod is like, I trained my whole life. Where the fuck did you train? On a farm? Like, him being a farm boy from Kansas and, like, him being, like, an everyday American type. Like, that's supposed to be the whole point of fucking Superman. Like, it's like motherfuckers don't even understand the concept of Superman. I don't know why I keep buffering. That's weird. It's ageism. They always do it with women. Meanwhile, Scarlett Johansson aging like milk through these MCU movies. It's interesting that people didn't want to see the very real issue of domestic violence on screen. Oh, Suicide Squad, yeah. But all these gore films are considered fearless and artistic. I haven't seen Mother, but I heard in Mother, like, they eat a baby, right? But, like, they don't want to see Joker slapping around Harley Quinn. Very strange. I never understood the Man of Steel hate. Me and my brother left the theater geeking out, not disappointed like when we saw Superman Returns. I wish WB had more faith in Snyder. I think if the Snyder Cut does well on HBO Max, they will trust it a little bit more. Yeah, they really wanted some borderline 21-year-old to play Lois and sexualize her. Amy looked fine. They needed to calm down. They were pissed just to be pissed. Some folks are never satisfied at the end of the day. Amy Adams was age appropriate. That's what they had an issue with. A lot of fanboys are creeps. And I thought it was very clever that they had Lois Lane figure out Superman's identity because as a journalist, she would know that. Right? And people were complaining. They were like, Lois isn't supposed to know that Clark Kent is Superman and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, but it kind of makes no sense because, like, Lois is supposed to be so smart. They literally say she's, like, a Pulitzer winner. Like, why would she not figure it out? Why would she not be able to, like, follow her nose, her investigative? Like, y'all just want her to be, like, some dumb young girl. You know? That's why you're offended. You hate the song, Nova? They did the same thing with Batman. I remember when people would constantly complain about Batman's no-kill rule and him letting Joker go. Then when Batman started killing, there was also outrage. I hate when people are like, can Superman and Lois have sex? It's the whole Man of Steel, Woman of Kleenex narrative. Yeah. That's why Superman and Lois came back in convergence with the biological child that she carried. Where is my Man of Steel movie, Marcus? I'm patiently waiting. We about to get fucking a third Suicide Squad adjacent movie because I'm really counting Birds of Prey almost as a sequel in a lot of ways. And now we're about to get the Suicide Squad. We're about to get Wonder Woman 1984, like all type of stuff. Like, where's my Man of Steel 2? Where's my Man of Steel 2? With Henry Cavill working at the paper. Like, they set it up so sweet. I feel like that last scene of Man of Steel is one of the best scenes ever, and is one of the best closing scenes ever in cinema. Like, they set it up so sweet. The whole, like, the montage, and he was a kid, and with the cape and the dog, and Kevin Costner and his mom, and we see him going into the Daily Planet, and he puts the glasses on, and then he meets Lois, and Lois is like, welcome to the planet, and he smiles, and the music, and then it says Man of Steel. I was ready for Man of Steel 2. I was so ready for my Man of Steel 2. Where is my Man of Steel 2? Like, where? Where is it? I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And Henry Cavill is still on board. And now Ben Affleck is coming back as Batman. It's so funny because everybody was like, these movies are so bad, and Ben Affleck, and the meme with Ben Affleck with the cigarette and like looking, and like all these memes about Henry and all these memes about Ben and shit, and now with this Snyder Cut HBO Max fandom shit rolling out. Oh, I see myself buffering now. They're all presenting this united front that they're all together and they're all supporting it, and they're all supporting Ray with the shit he's saying, and they're all supporting this Flashpoint movie. Like, it's really funny to see all the shit that was being said a few years ago versus the shit that's rolling out now. It's really hilarious to me. It's really like real life was totally different than the perception completely. My phone might be getting ready to die. That might be why. I haven't seen the new Star Wars movies, and I won't be watching them. So I've seen all the other ones. I hate the dude. I hate Geralt's little companion. He's whack as fuck. But I do like Henry. I do like Geralt. I don't really like Yennefer either. I don't really like anyone except Geralt. So it's good he's the main character. Yeah. Henry can act. Amy can act. Gal Gadot can't act. Why did Gal get 2 movies? I've hated Ben Affleck since I was a young child. Robert Pattinson's back. I'd be able to turn it off from the computer. But yes. So, sorry to anyone whose comments I didn't get to. I will review the chat, and I think that's it. Yeah. So I'm going to review the chat to see the comments and stuff that I missed, and now I'm going to stop it. Okay. Bye.